a platform that helps women to gain financial literacy, can enable financial decision making, and finally find financial freedom for women. So the brand Lakshmi is now collaborating with many organizations that do a kind of similar work, and she looks forward to create a far-reaching and far-lasting impact in the world. And congratulations, Maitry, for recently completing 1 year at Lakshmi. It's a very good thing to start with community, and community really has a very bright future.
Why Lakshmi finishes 1 year today itself. So last Women's Day I had started Lakshmi, and today it finishes 1 year. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Congratulations on your completion of 1 year at Lakshmi.
My father is also a chartered accountant, and he's also in the same field, he's also a mutual fund distributor into the portfolio management industry. So finance or money ki baatein has always been there in my house. So for me to figure out that actually women are not that including in the conversation, wo thoda sa setback tha. So then I started understanding. I had conversations with my own family, my relatives, my friends, and started realizing that the base में ही problem है कि एक तो सबसे पहले तो women में confidence नहीं है, knowledge है भी, तो they still think that कि भी नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता है finance के बारे में ज़्यादा, I should not be asking. They also think that it's not their place altogether to ask. So these 2-3 pointers were there, and I thought कि basic financial literacy, basic awareness is the way to start. बना दिया लोगों ने. ऐसे बोलते कि फाइनेंस आता है तुमको, फाइनेंस आता है. It's not that difficult once you understand the basics. It's like every other subject. अगर आपको basics पता होगा तो complex topics are, it's very simple. And so financial literacy, I'm also trying my best with my team that we make finance fun. So we come up with small videos and small articles where we try and find, funny things, relate them to Bollywood, relate them to TV shows. So the entire objective to begin with is to spread awareness and literacy, but ultimately has to be towards financial independence, where actually women start saving and investing also.
That what actually is financial literacy, and what actually we can define that you are financially independent?
Financial literacy is not only about investing. There's a lot that goes into it, but I also think कि financial literacy is also a mindset. Like अगर तो आपको basics तो पता ही है, that is needed for any subject, you should know the basics. But for you also have to start using it. Until unless you don't use those concepts, it's of no use. So apart from actually knowing the basics, once you actually start using them in your daily life, that is when you're actually financially literate. That is because women have the tendency to save for rainy days. So that is, the logic is correct. But the financial literacy is lacking because they do not understand that the money pada in that dabba is losing its value because of basic inflation.
What is the policy which they should do apart from their job? How shall they invest for long term, for short term? So if anybody can throw a light upon such people.
I agree. I think mutual funds, maybe if you go for the SIP route, I think that is extremely beneficial because SIP will not only give you the advantage of the volatility, but it will also it will bring a habit of investing in you. So somebody who's going to do a lump sum investment, he's going to invest that money once, a big chunk amount, and then forget about it till he has enough money to invest again. What SIP does is, SIP makes a habit out of you to invest, to save and invest a certain amount, a fixed amount actually, every month for a fixed period of time. No, I think I just agree with Lippy. What she said was to start early is an extremely important point, and you realize that 5 years later, you will not see the returns, the results in that 1 year, which will give you that boost of energy or that rush in you that bhai itna kamaya. But once you see that money in the span of 3 to 5 years, that is when you get that sense of satisfaction also ki bhai I made a good choice of not spending that 1,000 for a Sunday dinner. Instead I saved it and invested it, and now that 1,000 rupees is something that I can actually maybe get an iPhone for myself, or can able to sponsor a Goa trip with my friends.